Hello, I'm Professor Good, and in this video, I'm going to explain how to use Nearpod and what it is. It is a free program that you will see as an assignment embedded within your Canvas modules. This is where all of the lecture material is going to be located. The Nearpod will also correspond with the Nearpod notes. These can be purchased either from the ICC bookstore or printed off of the Canvas site. So to get started, you should click on the arrow on the right to advance the Nearpod slides. So let's look at a few things about what Nearpod is. On each slide within Nearpod, I will have the same information that is located in the Nearpod notes. This information will have blanks in the notes, and the filled-in information will be on the Nearpod. This is similar to attending lecture in person. You should fill in the corresponding notes, listen to each slide, and complete all of the activities. You can start and stop the Nearpod as many times as you would like before the due date, as long as you use the same computer and the same browser. If you use a different computer or a different browser, it will not recognize or stop the place where you ended before. In other words, you'll have to start all over. So I recommend that you use the same computer and same browser. In order to earn points for the Nearpod, you have to answer all of the questions embedded within the Nearpod. So here's what the Nearpod notes are going to look like. So here would be the first slide, the second slide, the third slide, and what you're going to notice is that there are some blanks. So it says anatomy is the study of blank, or physiology is the study of blank. So you're going to fill in the blanks by using the Nearpod. So here's the Nearpod version of that. So that was the first slide. I'm going to hit the arrow on the right. It advances to the next slide, and it advances to the next slide. So here are the answers to those blanks. Anatomy is the study of structure. Physiology is the study of function. So you would fill in those words, and you're going to also notice this little blue circle and an arrow. That is the narration that I highly recommend that you listen to for each slide. I will read the information on the slide and discuss the concepts. So since the Nearpod is similar to attending lecture, it's important that you complete each of the embedded questions or activities to earn the points. So let's see how you're going to do that. The Nearpods are graded. They're graded for completion and accuracy. So it's 0.1 per incorrect answer that will be deducted. Now, multiple choice questions allow you to immediately change your answers. They will even show you the right answer. So if you have an incorrect multiple choice answer and you didn't correct it, I will deduct 0.1. I will again show you an example in just a few minutes. You must also have 100% completion of those correct answers. Since I have to manually grade the Nearpods, you won't see a grade immediately. It will take me a few days after the due date to get them graded, but I always recommend that you go back and see my comments to see what you missed and why you missed it. So let's look at how some of those are going to work from your end. So embedded within the Nearpod are a variety of different types of assignments or activities. There are multiple choice, which again, you can change your answers immediately. There are open-ended, which allow you to answer the question and click submit. There are matching, which you're going to click on boxes and match the pairs. And then there are videos. For each video, you're going to listen to the video, watch the video, and click on, or I should say, complete the question. So a question will pop up, and you'll know that a question is coming by the blue dots. I don't recommend that you just fast forward to the blue dots because you want to listen to the information. Just like the multiple choice questions, the videos allow you to immediately correct your answers if they're incorrect. So here's an example of a multiple choice question within the Nearpod. So you're going to read the question, you're going to answer the question, and I'm going to purposely get this one wrong just so that you can see the right answer. So we're going to get it wrong on purpose. Click submit. And then it's going to show you the right answer. So as I scroll down, it's going to say all of the choices, and make sure you always scroll down, because sometimes all the answers are kind of hiding that on purpose, but it depends on how your screen is. So now I know the right answer, so I can go back to my answers. Now I see the question again. I can choose the correct answer, click submit, and I get correct. So again, there's no reason to get them incorrect because it allows you to go back and change your answer. So now let's look at an open-ended question. So an open-ended question is going to be a variety of different types, maybe define something, maybe compare and contrast. So you read the question, you type in your answer, and then again, you're going to click submit. Next, we're going to look at a matching question. So matching questions may have pictures, or they may have just words. So you're going to match the boxes. So this says mid-sagittal. This picture's of mid-sagittal. So they're going to light up green if they're correct, and they're going to light up, I'll do one wrong, red if they're not, and then you get another opportunity. But you can keep doing them until you get them all correct. So again, there's no reason to get them wrong. So here's a video question. So in the video, you're going to have video questions. I've purposely muted it so that you don't hear feedback. So as soon as you get to the circle, it's going to be a question, and you're going to answer all the questions. So I'm going to purposely get this one wrong. I'm going to click submit, and it's going to show me the right answer. So again, you don't want to get any points deducted. So we're just going to rewind the video a little bit, hit play again. It will ask you the question again, and now you know the answer, and we click submit, and now you have them all right. So there's no reason to get multiple choice within a video or within Nearpod incorrect. So you can always go back and change them. Here's another type of question, fill in the blank. Now, what you should know about fill in the blank is that you only get one attempt, and if you skip the question, it will not let you go back, and so it will show that you didn't complete the Nearpod all the way. So you need to answer them when you get them, and you need to answer them correctly. And remember, these are untimed, and you can use your notes. So it says blank in a maintenance of a blank environment. So I'm going to help you out on this one. There's homeostasis. We're going to have constant internal environment. And then I'm going to click done. And I got them all right. Great. So now I'm going to move on, put the arrow on the right, to my next question. The last type I'm going to show you is called a drag and drop. And drag and drop, just like the fill in the blank, if you skip it, it will not let you go back. So you need to make sure that you do them correctly the first time and that you do it the first time. So again, I'm just kind of showing you what happens if you get one wrong. So make sure you use those notes to answer them correctly, because you cannot change drag and drops or fill in the blank. Whoops. So next, we're going to just kind of go over that drag and drop and fill in the blank. So you can't skip them. You will be marked incorrect if you don't answer them as you get to them, and there will be points deducted, and you can't change your answers. All right, next up. So how do you know when a Nearpod is complete? So you're like, I don't even know if I'm done. I don't know, what's going on with this Nearpod. This is brand new. I've never seen it before. So let's kind of go through a few things. So first, you're going to see a slide that says tap to start over, which means you're all done. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. You can also check what's called the navigation at the bottom left to see if you get to the end. So I'm going to click on that just so that you can see. You would have no more slides here at the end, so that would tell you that you're done. The part I really wanted to focus on is looking at the grade view. So in Canvas, you can always look to see if you're done based on the percent completion. So you're going to see the same report that I see to grade them. So the last thing to note is every time you click on a Nearpod assignment, the way that Nearpod and Canvas are synced together, if you click on a Nearpod, Canvas will say it's submitted, even if you didn't do any questions. So don't stress out, that's okay. So if you want to be like, I don't remember if I did it or didn't do it, you go back to the grades, you click on the Nearpod assignment, and it will show you the percent completion. So if you're like, oh, I'm only at 30%, then keep going. If you're at 100%, then you're all done. And if you're at 0, then you do the assignment. Having said that, it also will flag it as late. So I highly recommend that you use the Nearpods as study aids. So if you go into a Nearpod and click on it after the due date and use it as practice, Canvas will flag it as late. Just ignore it. I have the date that you actually submitted it initially. So if it flags it as late, don't get upset. It's all good. So let's look at that from the Canvas point of view, and then we're all. So you're back in Canvas. You're going to click on grades. This is the screen that you're going to see. This is the same screen that I see. It even shows you the percent breakdown between lecture and lab. And you can see all of the assignments, their due dates, etc. So I was working on that first Nearpod. It's going to show late because I did it after the due date, which is fine. And until I grade it, it's going to show a dash. So once I grade it, then there'll be a score. There's also this little thing here that has a little comment box. So if you did a great job, or if there were things that you missed that I took off points, I will put a little comment there. So these I just did as, just to show you, I got 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10. But again, you can click on this to see why you missed points, or if you had some incorrect, why they were incorrect. So we're going to click on the actual Nearpod. So this is the exact same screen that I see, and sometimes it takes a minute to load. So if you're like, I don't remember if I did the Nearpod. So I'm only at 15% participation, so I obviously did not do all of it. I need to be at 100%. So it'll scroll down, and again, this is exactly what I see. It'll show you which questions you successfully completed. So I did that one. I didn't do some other ones. If I scroll down, I did that one. And these are the ones that we did together. It'll show, again, exactly what you did. So you need to get to 100%, and you need to have all those questions correct. Then you're going to know that you're done, which is good. We want to know that. So the other way that you know that you're done is when you click to the last slide, the blue arrow on the right disappears, and it says tap to start over. Now, I hope you're listening to this. You're not done. So there's probably another video embedded within this. So keep going. You probably have a syllabus video to watch. So you're not done with this one, even though I'm just showing you the tap to start over. So keep going till you see a second tap to start over.